the leaders of the world's 20 most powerful nations this morning. But where's the British one? Who, here in Rome, is setting himself up as an eco-warrior, though a disappointed one, ahead of next week's climate change conference in Glasgow.
You've already conceded that there is no chance that we will get agreements in the next days to limit global warming to 1.5. So what's the very best that you can get out of COP26 next week?
There is no chance of stopping climate change next week. There is no chance of getting an agreement next week to limit climate change to 1.5 degrees. What we could do is get an agreement that means that COP26 in Glasgow is a way station that allows us to end climate change.
On the plane yesterday, you said negotiating these commitments, these national commitments to reduce greenhouse gas emissions every 5 years is not good enough.
And it's something that the UK government has been thinking about for a long while. We don't want at this stage, Robert, obviously, to take any of the pressure off Glasgow. We want those leaders, more than 100 of them, coming to our country, really to focus on the commitments that they can make, moving away from the use of fossil fuel driven cars, moving away from coal-fired power stations domestically or abroad, planting millions of trees, about 1 trillion trees all in, and $100 billion a year, $100 billion a year to help the developing world.
We just had a budget. Yet again, you didn't increase the duty on petrol. If not now, when?
The UK is the country that's actually in advance of other European countries in moving away from hydrocarbon-driven internal combustion engine cars. You talk about fuel duty, we're doing something far more important. We're moving away from the use of internal combustion engine machines.
Why on earth are we in the Colosseum?
Roman Empire.
You could not have a more vivid metaphor for the risk that humanity is running. The Romans thought they were going to go on forever. They thought that their empire was going to flourish forever. Then wham, middle of the 5th century, they hit a complete crisis. The lesson is that things can go backwards, and humanity, for all its brilliance and all its genius, can suddenly find that you get into a convulsion, a crisis, where things get worse for a long time.
A Prime Minister who loves a stage, and especially one steeped in history. Will his climate change performance have a happy or tragic ending? It's not been written yet. Robert Peston in Rome for ITV News.